Hello people and welcome to another Planetside 2 video. I hope you're doing good. My name is MattiAce and here I'm about to enter Tune's Mag Rider again. Of course he has the Saron on it, and I think it's time for me to make a little bit of a sort of review of this weapon and give you guys an idea of my thoughts about it and what I think about it and whatnot. So what I like about this weapon is that you have to actually aim in most situations. Not always, unfortunately, but in most situations. If you miss your target, you do absolutely no damage. And if you have a good aim, or if you get a good aim on your opponent, you will deal a lot of damage. And that's my type of weapon. I think that's the kind of weapons that I would prefer that games like Planetside 2 was focusing on. Unfortunately, with this weapon, what I think is imbalanced about it is that in close combat, you don't need to hit your target. You can just shoot in the ground. You will see me do that repeatedly, and this strategy of just shooting next to your opponent also works when they are next to a wall. And I think that makes this weapon a little bit too powerful, because you don't have to hit your target, you can spam it, it will fire really fast, and you can relate to splash damage, even though this is a very effective weapon if you have a good aim as well. So now I know that there are a lot of weapons like the Fury or Marauder that are very popular because you don't have to aim with them at all, or well, some people might actually say that you have to aim, but that's a matter of interpretation, I guess. Now, a lot of people have told me that the Enforcer is just as good or just as effective as the Saron. I don't know, I can't tell because I haven't tried it myself. But I have tried the Vulcan of the Terran Republic, and it doesn't even come close to the Saron, at least in my experience. If you have another opinion about the Vulcan, please let me know. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much about the balance between the different factions here, but the only thing that I don't like about this weapon, and it goes for every weapon that I have considered overpowered, is that it's too easy to get kills on infantry. And I would say that this weapon basically has no weaknesses. And that could still be okay in certain aspects of the game, but the massive splash damage, or the splash damage that you have at close range, combined with the fast fire rate, makes this weapon extremely powerful. And even though I'm sure there are some counters to it, I think this weapon suffers the same problem that we've seen with the rocket pods and Zephyr, and sometimes with the splash damage of heat, is that it's just too easy to just completely farm infantry. Now, my suggestion to make this weapon more interesting, more balanced, and more fun to use would be if, first of all, the splash damage versus infantry, of course, would be reduced. Maybe the fire rate as well. But also, I would like to see this type of a weapon to sort of replace anti-air in a way, so that it actually mattered if you could aim versus aircrafts instead of like what we see now with lock-ons and flak, where you don't really need to aim that well at all. So when it comes to flak and anti-air, a lot of people say, yeah, it's so easy to just farm people with rocket pods, and it's really hard to hit a fast-moving aircraft with flak. But the thing is, the moment an aircraft is a threat to you, it is very easy to hit it. And if you would try to defend a base as effectively with two ESFs that we are doing with this Mag Rider, that would not work at all. One anti-air would deny everything. So now I have no problem with the weapons having multi-rolls, that even though there's a lot of people who don't like that, as long as there is a certain balance to it, and as long as not one weapon completely outmatch the other weapons or its counter. And most importantly, I think the weapon's effectiveness should be decided by who is using the weapon, instead of just what situation the weapon is used in.
I shot two decimators right at him, and it doesn't even give hit markers.
Yeah, I stole your kill there, Martin.
I didn't deserve it with that fucking shit aim.
Enemy generator
Oh, it's kebab.
stabilized.
Now when it comes to vehicle combat, I think the problem with the balance is mostly related to range, and at what range the weapons are effective. And again, this is where the Saron has the advantage of being good at all ranges, while as the Vulcan is only good at close range, and where I think the Enforcer has its only weakness at very long range as well. Now if you look at the pure numbers of the damage output of these weapons, and if you try them out in the virtual reality room, they might seem much more balanced than they actually are, but these numbers and the results you get in the VR training room do not reflect the effectiveness of actual combat. And one of the main reasons for that is also because with this weapon, if you get a decent aim, if you are able to put your aim good on your target, it will be very useful. Whereas with the Vulcan, if you have a good aim at a range like 200 meters on an infantry, for example, it really doesn't matter. You're not gonna kill them anyway. And when the Vulcan is very useful, is at very close range, where again, it's gonna be so easy to hit the target that whether or not you're a experienced or high-skilled player is not gonna matter that much anyway. That's when the problem comes with the balance with these weapons, and with a balance that you can't really see in the numbers if you look at the statistics. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have quite a number of more videos where I use the same weapon if you want to see them in some other situations. For example, when I use it on a harasser as well. The links will be in the description, and other than that, please stay tuned for more content, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.
Engineer turret from behind.
Oh shit.
Oh, shields are down.
Shield
Oh,
generator
we're gonna
critical.
just jump out. It's screwed.
Yeah.